Alright, so we're back. Now that I've got the grow room cleaned out, we're going to start some pepper seeds. I didn't realize how many seeds I have. Kind of going back through, and I've got this whole bucket just filled with packets. Going back the last couple years. And a lot of this seed is still viable because I've been storing it in like a cool environment in a food grade container. But I probably do need to go through there and purge some of the oldest seeds. A lot of this stuff we're not going to start just yet. It's warmer weather stuff. Like our tomato seeds, that'll be in about 2 weeks, week and a half. What we're primarily concerned with this afternoon is getting our peppers started. Again, they take about 8 weeks to get decent size, large enough that they'll survive the conditions out in the garden. Peppers are difficult to sprout. I mean, they take longer. They've got a harder seed coat, and so consequently, if I put them in a tray like I normally do on my other seeds, they would sprout, but it'd probably take them, I don't know, probably about 5 days before we'd really start seeing anything. So what I'm going to do with these, and I've done this before, but I'm going to use the kind of generic Ziploc bags and a moist, basically napkin. So let me show you. I've just got a stack of napkins here. And we got our cheapy bags we got from Aldi's. And you can start any seeds like this, but I'm doing the peppers in particular because they take a while to sprout otherwise. Another method some people do is they'll let their pepper seeds soak in like tea to soften up the seed coat. I mean, this basically accomplishes kind of the same thing because they're going to be in a moist napkin basically to help break that seed coat and tell the seed to sprout basically. So what we're going to do is get some bags prepped. I'm going to go through, figure out the varieties we want to start this year, and I've got quite a bit. My peppers last year didn't do too well for whatever reason. I think it's because of all the moisture we had. And hey Tom, what's up, man? Getting ready to start some peppers. Did you see that David's back from LDS Prepper? He live streamed today. He's going to be posting all his videos again for free. And I basically gave a pitch to his little gardening store where he sells Berkey water filters and what was it? The Mint Lighter mineral mix. And I think some books that his wife has written on like herbal medicine and using herbs and stuff like that. So pretty neat. I watched part of it this morning. Yeah, we're tooling around. It's weird having just this additional free time. Yeah, that's what it took. It convicted him. He's doing it out of moral obligation. Share his knowledge with the rest of the world so we can all prepare and grow our own food and all that stuff, right? But hey, it's gonna be cool kind of catching up with him. But yeah, we're getting ready to start some pepper seeds. I just posted a little live stream where I moved all my seedlings out to my small trailer and contemplating maybe just kind of making that into a makeshift kind of portable greenhouse. Yeah, probably could. I think there's an app, I forget, where you can do that. Like you could probably just do it through YouTube. But anyway, my seedlings are outside. I got them freed up a bunch of space. I may get them over to Dad's house this weekend. I don't know. We've been kind of putzing around. Oh. Yeah, she's more of an acquaintance. We don't really know her that well other than basketball. She kind of just, what's the word, accosted us almost, like just kind of came up on us, and I guess I looked like a mechanic or something. Basically was pleading with me to fix her car and this, that, and the other. I was like, well, I could probably get the tire off of it and maybe change the oil, but I know somebody that could probably fix your car. Which I planted to see with my wife as far as getting the my car looked at, the tensioner, getting that replaced at some point. Yeah, she is a little different. She's nice. Her family's real nice, and like I said, we played basketball up at the that Upwards program, and her son was on the same team. Yeah, you had to give me the info. I got some money for you. Oh shoot! I'm also getting ready to start some pepper seeds for you. Banana peppers. Let's see. Probably King of the North. That's a really good variety for kind of cooler environment that we're in. And that doesn't take as long to mature. Went ahead and got some California Wonders. These are newer seeds. Yep. Yeah, we were at Kroger. We went early this morning and picked up some groceries and stuff, and they had a few bottles of the wet wipes or whatever. So I picked up a few of them, just one for the car, so I can wipe down the steering wheel and stuff. My wife's got a stomach ache right now, and I was like, why don't you take a nap or something? You know, I know little Larry, some coronavirus symptoms. Some people report having, digestive issues or whatever. But there's also 2 strains of flu going around and all kinds of viruses. And she's been pretty good about kind of self quarantine, staying at home and not interacting with folks. And when we went to the grocery store, she didn't hardly really touch anything. Yeah, she needs to stay in the shed. Well, I got a lot of seeds. Again, last year was not a good crop for my peppers, so consequently, I didn't really save any seeds from my peppers because they were all just, I don't know what happened. I screwed up. I don't know if it was too much moisture or what. They just didn't do well. And I don't really know exactly why. I mean, I was doing the mitt lighter stuff. I don't know. Sometimes you have that. Sometimes things just don't go as planned. Which is why it's good to save more seeds than what you need, so in case you have a bad year, you can come back. Yeah. So what I was going to show everybody, since peppers take a long time to sprout, we're going to use Ziploc bags and moist napkins. Put the seeds in the napkin, in the moist little towelette there. Stuff them in the bags, and I can get, probably do about 20-30 seeds in each one. And then whichever ones, give it a couple days, and then take my sprouts, and then I can plant them in the pots, cover them real light, and then they should be pretty good. Get those going, and then probably in a week and a half, 2 weeks, I'll start all of my tomatoes. which I've got some seeds upstairs. I still haven't gotten the Supersonics yet. I ordered them last week. They have not come in the mail yet, and maybe they shipped them just regular mail. And I know there's a lot of other stuff they're kind of prioritizing. Supply chain's kind of overwhelmed right now, so it may be a little while before I get those seeds, but hopefully within the next week or so, I'll get those so I can start them for you. You know, I'm interested to see how those go. I'll probably start a few of those plants for myself too. How many plants you want, by the way? I didn't think to ask you. Four or five, okay. Let's turn this around. Lower this so I can throw some seeds in a bag. This tripod is nice. It works out pretty well most of the time. That's decent. Let's see what we can get started here. I do have some water. Big old pail of it. What do you think we should start first? Maybe your banana peppers. So we'll go ahead and let that down pretty decent. That's enough. See how many pepper seeds I got left. Looks like plenty. That's probably enough. I don't know if you can see that. That's better. Yeah, I got Sharpie in here somewhere. And we'll go ahead and fold this little towelette over. Maybe put a little too much water in there. Squeeze some of that out. And basically just slide that into the bag like so. And we'll go ahead and seal it. Make sure it's flat. Now what I'll probably go ahead and do is get a towel. I'm gonna get a towel and then once I get my packets all done, after I've got them in the baggies, I'll actually put them in a towel. That way they've got a little bit of buffer from the heat mat there, and we don't cook the seeds. I don't want to cook them, but I do want them to be nice and warm. And then we'll check them each day. And basically, once they sprout, we'll take them out and then I'll pot them up in the trays or pots or whatever. Should work out pretty good. So that's what I'm going to be working on for a little while here. We're also going to do the eggplants as well because the seeds are similar and they do take a little while to grow as well. But we'll get a couple different varieties going. We'll start more plants than what I need. Who knows, maybe I'll give some away. We do have a lot of friends around and whatnot. And then probably just keep some as backups. Because that's the other thing is that, you know, once I get them out to the garden and we get things growing, a lot of times maybe I'll lose one or two plants for whatever reason. Maybe a bird will come down and snip off the top, or, you know, for whatever reason it just doesn't thrive. I've got some backups then where I can sub them out, you know, for other plants that are up near the greenhouse. So anyway, I guess that's it for now. Until next time, happy gardening.